Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Sagittarius. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is the extended bonus reading to your last reading, which I have named A New Start and Victory Ahead After Disappointment. We'll get into the reasons why. The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when we were getting into the read is called Heartbroken in Disrepair by Dan Auerbach. He's from the Black Keys. And parts of that song, the lyrics say, searching for light, gasping for air, heartbroken in disrepair. So I feel like you're coming off of some kind of sadness, some kind of heartbreak, disappointment, just some chaotic event that happened. Now, we just got done with the full moon in Aries. Full moons are combination points for a lot of people, a wrapping up, so to speak, of things that, are being let go so that you can make room for new things to come. So that said, I pulled for the Secrets of the Witch, your overall oracle, I pulled New Moon Wishes for you, and it talks about the silver bow will empower your wish. The witch asks you to make 3 wishes to Goddess Selene. Each whispered wish will fly forth straight towards your heart's true desire. So 3s are important. Also, writing down, speaking aloud, making sure that you clarify what you want your life to become more like, putting those wishes out into the ethers, if you will, is very important. What's interesting is then we pulled the Knight of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles and then the Six of Wands. Now, in this particular deck, there's a woman who's literally writing down whether it's her wishes or I also got the case like somebody, because this is recent past, maybe somebody writing like a letter of resignation or a letter to their family or mother or something, but it's something that's hard to write because you see the Fae all around her and she's holding crumpled up pieces of paper. So it's like there could have been several drafts of what this was. How do I put this into words, right? Now, if you're manifesting, it could be equally as hard. How do I put this into words? What is it that I actually want, and how am I going to manifest this? No matter what, you need to write down 3 things or speak into existence 3 things, 3 wishes that you want by the new moon, which is in approximately 2 weeks if you're watching this right as the video is being released. So the Knight of Swords is like spy-like energy. Somebody could also be spying on you, watching you, or could have been. But then I see with the Ace of Pentacles, this is a gift from the universe, a gift from the gods, so to speak. And it's an abundant new beginning. Pentacles are coins, money, finance, and with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like this prosperous new beginning, in which with the Six of Wands, that's victory. That's money right there as well. It's success. So I feel like this prosperous new beginning is going to be a successful new venture. It's just going to take a little time so you can scale up the mountain there and get to that point. Underneath the deck was the Two of Cups, having to do with relationships. This can be a relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, it could be work-related, just something that makes you very happy and fulfills you. And I feel like it has to do, it could be family-related, right? But it also could be work-related because we are looking at some pentacles here. We see all signs here. We have all signs on the board right now. Then with the Witch's Kitchen Oracle, we pulled Dispirited and Nettle for Caution. St. John's Wort for dispirited, nettle for caution. So St. John's Wort is something that's used to help lift people's negative moods. And then nettle is the same thing, but it's also used for protection and just trying to protect you from any negative energy that's surrounding you at this time. I feel like you're coming out of a period of just very negatively influenced energies, and to protect yourself from that, like grab a cup of nettle tea, or go to your local CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, vitamin shop, whatever, and pick up some St. John's Wort because that'll help boost your mood. The reason this is so important is because the university, Abby, get with it. the universe will conspire to align itself with the energy that you emit. Okay, so if your vibe is low, the universe is going to conspire to match your energy at a lower vibration. But if you are doing everything that you can to boost your mood, the universe is going to do everything that it can to also match those energies as well. Understand? So then we've got hunger, the wolf moon. And it's interesting because that card actually says basically the same thing. The example that's used in the book talks about having two wolves within you, a positive and a negative wolf. And there's an old Cherokee saying that whatever wolf that you feed will be the energy that you bring to the table. So it's like if you feed the negativity, all you're going to get is negativity. If you feed the positivity, all you're going to get is positivity. At the same time, make sure that you're, protecting yourself by, putting up boundaries, making sure that they're not being overstepped, protecting yourself in those ways. And that's where the caution comes in with the nettle. So let's clarify further. If I can get these right. Let's clarify further what these cards are for our Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius for their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, please? Sagittarius, what do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, for their greater good. Energy going into this is the Knight of Cups. So there's going to be an offer to be made. Cups are about emotions, feelings. This could be an offer of love, but it also could just be something that you are going to love or that's going to make you happy. Somebody's going to be making an offer. Could be coming from a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You also could have that somewhere in your chart. It doesn't have to be. But this is just somebody making an offer. I feel like that could be what this Ace of Pentacles is all about too. It's something that you're going to love. What is the Knight of Swords for Sagittarius in the past, recent past? What is that Knight of Swords? Okay, that one wanted to work its way out. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. So I said there's some kind of disappointment, heartbreak. And I had mentioned it looks like this woman, she's like writing a letter of like her resignation or something like that because she's walking away from something with the Eight of Cups. But the great thing about the Eight of Cups is while it shows somebody walking away, that means when you walk away from something, it means that you're walking towards something else. Okay? So, and it looks like this was done underneath the full moon that we just had. So there's that. So you're walking away from something. And it could have been, hard to do. It could have, broken your heart to have to do it. But it's like it had to be done. It was time, So what's the Ace of Pentacles? The King of Wands. That's you and your power, Sagittarius. That's you rising up, getting everything that you want. That's the King of Wands is somebody who's really good at business. Somebody that, all eyes are on the King of Wands. If it's in business, like this is somebody who's very good at what they do. They can usually see the next big thing coming and will, jump on it, right away. Passionately. And, if this has to do with romance, which I don't feel it is because it's clarifying pentacles, but if it has to do with romance, the King of Wands is somebody who, like, if single, they're highly sought after, have a lot of suitors. Now, business-wise, if you're not with a company or whatever, you could have a lot of potential people who want to work with you, right? Now, if you're taken, In a relationship, you're just a very passionate lover, and it's the same thing in work. Like if you're at a job or something like that, then it's like a job that you're highly passionate at. I feel like this is you stepping up into your King of Wands power, very good at what you do, but it's with a new, fresh start. And I feel like you will be grounded with like a new type of opportunity, a new company, a new project or something like that. What's the Six of Wands for Sagittarius? How do I want to take this? Because it's pointing to me upside down. All right, I'm going to take it upside down. It's the Four of Cups, but it's in reverse. So, Four of Cups, when upright, it's like she's bored. She's over it. She's done with this effing situation, right? She's looking at these three cups that she's just, even though they're full, she's used to it. She's not having it. She doesn't want it anymore. What she's not noticing is that fourth cup that's being offered to her, literally from the sky, from the universe, saying, here, but wait, there's more, right? Now, in reverse, I feel like I actually feel like, you know, you're realizing that you have all these opportunities in front of you. Instead of being bored, it's like you're seeing the bigger picture and you're ready to move on it. That's why you're scaling this mountain to the victory. You have to make sure to act fast and use discernment so that you can choose the right, so that you're choosing the right opportunity. I feel like you're going to have lots of opportunities, like, because you won't, you're not going to be bored anymore. There's going to be lots of opportunities. I just said it. But that's what I'm seeing. Interestingly enough, too, 6 plus 4 equals 10, and that's endings and also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1, and that's the beginning of a new cycle. Underneath the deck, you've got Judgment, clarifying the Two of Cups. So I feel like what this new opportunity is about is a new relationship. It could be work, it could be relationship or whatever, but Spirit is calling for judgment in the situation. You being the judge of the situation, you using discernment, like I said earlier, and figuring out if this is going to be a good partnership for you, if it's the right direction to take. You definitely won't be bored anymore. I feel like it's like you're starting over, because when those cups are in reverse, everything gets poured out, but then it gives you the opportunity to fill them back up again, right? Just, you know, like I have to stress, use discernment. Make sure that you're not jumping into something just to jump into it. Just because it's like, don't jump into the first thing that comes up. Unless that first thing that comes up is perfect for you. You'll know it when it happens. I feel like maybe that's why Spirit was calling for caution. Make sure that you build your boundaries up. Okay, Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius. Underneath the deck, we've got Aura, Observation. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of observation, observing people, observing your next situation. I feel like you've been doing a lot of observing, which has helped you make these decisions, you know, to get you to this point. And while some of the observations you've made has been kind of, you know, disappointing, ultimately it's for your higher good. Then we've got Ruins, Perception. That's really funny, these two cards. Observation and Perception. I was saying discernment earlier. Discernment is perception after observing something. That's then making the decision on what steps to make after you've looked into this. And so it's like these cards definitely go together. So it's important to see things with runes. It's important to see things a little differently right now. Imagine yourself in the place of who appears to be confronting you, your words or your actions. Perhaps rather than taking this as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you're doing, see their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you with an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed. The runes are a reminder that in one single toss, you can choose a very different outcome. Those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. And that is so true. You know, sometimes actions and things that people do against us, while it may seem evil and may be evil, it's kind of like a blessing within the lesson because it sets us on the path that we were meant to be on. We could have been on the completely wrong path just dealing with shitty people, you know. But once we realize that what they've done to us is wrong, doesn't make them any better, but the lesson that we get from that makes us better. Does that make sense? If it does, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below, please. So don't be so quick to judge. We've got judgment on the bottom of the deck. See the situation from all angles. There's a lesson to be learned. Understand someone else's point of view. Study runes for spiritual growth and understanding. You could be acting unreasonably. Just take it as it resonates. Not saying that you are. Or somebody around you could be. Okay? And then aura, observation. Wake up to what is really going on around you. Take a good long look at yourself and at others, for all is not what you have painted in your mind. There are underlying reasons for certain people in your life acting as though they have your best interests at heart, although they are actually not always sweetness and light. This wake-up call serves you well and asks you to look at areas of your life where you can improve things. Deepen investigation into situations you've previously skimmed over. Become the observer, watch and learn. Notice every detail in a person's mannerisms and energy, and soon you will be able to determine the bigger picture in all that you witness. Observe well, and the subtle truth will emanate clearly for you to determine. So always ask the question, is it for my highest good? You will witness something important. Be more aware of signs and symbols that Spirit brings you. Try to see the good in others. You have a gift for sensing and seeing auras. So you could be a very good judge of character, but are you always paying attention? The more you pay attention, the more you will, again, using discernment, be able to, it's like your perception, you know, the better you can perceive something, the better judgment you can make, which is discernment. All right, going to move on. This is the Seasons of the Witch for Sagittarius, please. What do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what do we have, please? Ultimately, I think that you guys are making the better decision. I feel like this is just a very painful very tough transition period that you're going through right now. And it kind of stings like a nettle would sting, right? And you're dispirited because of the actions that were taken or the way that it kind of went down. But it's like, it's just the steps. You got to get through it, you know? Got to get through it. That wanted to jump out. Interesting. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got number 27. I love that number. Owl. Behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. So while you may be in a very dark place right now, Spirit is saying that there's actually a lot of wisdom that you're gaining from being in this place, right? We'll read more into this in just a second, but the owl is a symbol of like complete knowledge and wisdom. And I feel like this is, again, this is just like one of the blessings in the lesson, right? You're learning something that's ultimately going to help take you further in life after you've gotten through this situation. 2 + 7 is 9. You're almost through it. 9s are culmination points, where you're almost at the very end and you can put down the burdens, but you're just not there yet. Then we've got number 38, third harvest. Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk filling your emptiness. Okay, so let's read these because I don't know what that is. So 8, 9, 10, let's see, 3 + 8 is 11. So we got 11 again. 11, 11. It's twin flame energy. You could be seeing a lot of 11, 11. If so, that's a great sign. That means that you're on the right path. Somebody could be 38 years old. Take it as it resonates. Also, something significant could be happening on the 27th of this month. Could have happened on the 27th of this past month or be upcoming the 27th of like October. So keywords, knowledge and observer. Okay, we've got observation again with owl. Because this is what I just opened up the book to. So we'll go with owl first. So this is talking about observation. Underneath the deck, on the other deck, is the aura observation. So Spirit is definitely saying that you need to stop and observe things. That's crazy. So there's no witch or Salway without the mention of owls. Owls are majestic creatures, often known as old souls, that have fantastic sight and the ability to turn their heads 270 degrees. Their energy is one of vast knowledge and observation. They sit in silence, carefully watching their surroundings for their prey. They do not need to search for what they seek endlessly, as they know that what they seek will soon come to them. Owl has called because you are one of the great keepers of wisdom, even if you don't know it yet. You have knowledge and experience that others need. You have something to share with the world, a voice that must be heard and healing that must be shared. This is a natural path for you, and the saying goes, when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. You are being asked to expand your spiritual knowledge in the realm of the owl, the night. Some quiet messages and signs wait for you in the unknown void where the light is not present. This message is amplified when you greet the darkness. Do not be afraid of what you cannot see. Trust in your other senses to pick up the load when your eyes are not enough. So this it's talking about using your perception. When you can't see it right in front of you, it's like, what are you gathering with your, how are you perceiving things? Pay attention to that. And then use your judgment. Use your discernment. Okay, now let's look at third harvest. So this is gathering, abundance, and preparation. Yeah, you're going to be preparing for all this goodness that's coming in. Salway served as a practical holiday that told our ancestors to prepare for the coming of winter. The third harvest was the time to gather up the remainder of crops to prepare and store them to have enough food to last the harsh conditions. The last of the wheat would be ground to flour, the remains of fruits and vegetables would be pickled and canned, and meat salted. Everything with a shelf life was stored in underground cellars and packed with ice. Though winters might be harsh and gathering up your food is hard work, there is a feeling of abundance and pride in getting prepared. Imagine looking at your food stores and seeing a physical representation of your work. Imagine seeing the abundant rewards of planting the seeds and nourishing them as they grow. We are lucky that we no longer have to face these conditions in the modern world. Refrigerators and grocery stores make it easy for us to all have food all year long. Perhaps that is why the overall idea of preparation is no longer as important to us. If you're holding the third harvest, you're being guided to gather up your accomplishments to celebrate your wins. Take a look at everything you've done and achieved. Make a store of these wins to come back to whenever you're feeling low or like you failed. The easiest way to attract more abundance is to feel abundant. Having this stockpile of feel-good moments will kickstart you and help turn around feelings of lack or stagnation. Guys, I can't make this up if I tried. I'm not even kidding. These two cards are exactly talking about the same thing, observing everything that's going around you. Third Harvest is talking about gathering up all of your wins, looking at all of your accomplishments, realizing that anything that has brought you a dispirited type of energy, that has you feeling like, you're feeding a negative wolf versus, lifting your spirits like you should. That's what this is talking about. You have to turn that frown upside down, raise your vibration, really focus on the accomplishments that you've had, because again, you've got good things coming in. You just have to make a judgment on how you're going to handle this negative situation. And I guarantee that the more positively that you address this situation, the more positive your outcome is going to be. So that's what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. Make sure that you guys make your 3 wishes. And I'm feeling very strongly that by the new moon, you'll have some of those new wishes come into fruition for you. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe if you're interested in a personal reading. I have all of that information in the description below this video. Hit me up. I will have personals open till about the 25th of October. And then I'm taking the last week off for my birthday. But as you know, it's together we grow. So I always enjoy and appreciate sharing your time and energy. I look forward to reading for you again, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Peace, Sagittarius.